Las Vegas was somewhere I would never have thought about filming vlogs and YouTube content at. So many people from Hawaii love traveling there and even moved and settled in Nevada, which gives its reputation as the ninth island.
Vegas, baby!
Vegas, baby, yes.
One and only.
The first thing I noticed landing in at Las Vegas airport were all of the slot machines and the big sign. I knew I had to come back to film there because I was so tired and I had to meet up with my friend. From there, I met up with Baron, who is a friend of mine living close to Las Vegas. He took me around and showed me most of the hotels.
Welcome to the $25,000 pyramid.
Shut the hell up. All right, I can do it one time. We can do it one.
Baron's lived in Nevada for quite some time, so he definitely knew a lot about the casinos and entertainment life. I knew him from a mutual friend, and he was from Hawaii, so it was good to have that connection to take me around for the first time. So it was the first time I've seen the iconic strip and seeing all those luxurious hotels and resorts. We drove from Circus Circus all the way to Luxor Pyramid Hotel, and one of them that stood out to me was the Bellagio. I just loved seeing how much people's attention the water fountain attracts, and it was pretty amazing. So I stayed at the Luxor Pyramid Hotel, and one thing I really liked about this hotel was how wide and spacious the floors felt. The elevators were diagonally across from each other, which you can see from the other side. It kind of had this dark underground vibe to it, which wasn't really my taste since I didn't pick out the hotel, but it was definitely interesting.
Off to Debo Samuel, ended up being 75 yards, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Here it is.
Certain hotels allowed me to vlog in the lobbies and the exteriors, but there was a fine line that I couldn't cross when it came to the gambling areas. I almost got into trouble with security, but luckily I was able to walk away with a warning. I guess it's the etiquette of not filming while dealers are working, which makes sense to me, and I don't blame them.
So we're just stopping by Whole Foods real quick, just so Baron can get something. It's chilly outside, it's raining too, so I don't know if we can actually walk tonight.
So there were definitely places my friend Baron took me outside of Vegas, and it was different. Let me tell you how crazy it was to film on Fremont Street. The raves were popping, people were walking around drunk, and there were even things like people above you zip lining across. It definitely gave me a Blade Runner 2049 vibes, and I couldn't express how excited I felt. At the same time, I was constantly paranoid of someone stealing my gear or even approaching me. I had a very noticeable gimbal setup, but I knew I was with my friends, so we didn't get into that much trouble. And other days weren't so crazy. I walked around by myself and got to explore all of the fancy hotels on Las Vegas Strip. When I shot those videos, it was during Lunar New Year, so certain hotels like the Aria and Bellagio had beautiful Chinese culture decorations to celebrate. And I really liked the Aria Hotel a lot because it felt more cleaner and it definitely gave that friendly ambiance. One highlight I remembered was eating at this restaurant in the Aria called Din Tai Fung. They kindly gave me permission to vlog inside, which was nice. There I captured the kitchen from where people could see all the food action going on, and as well as the delicious dishes that I ate. If you go there, you can never go wrong with the xiaolong baos, which are soup dumplings, and some hot tea to warm you up from the cold. Overall, staying in Vegas for 3 days was a good amount of time for me. Even though I hardly gambled, it was still fun playing tourist and capturing myself living in the experience. I felt if there was one thing I really solidified there, it was my discipline to not be so swayed by temptations or to go all out in one night. I learned that pacing yourself when traveling is super important, especially when there's a lot going on in a city. I realized that places in Vegas are familiar with vloggers and content creators because people who can make videos and post them on social media can benefit their marketing. And it's like word of mouth, but through digital platforms, and that's why it's being more widely accepted. My name is Zachary True. This is a short documentary on my life, and thank you for listening.